Clearing energy isn't just for removing hexes, curses, blocks, even though it absolutely works for that. Clearing energy is also for focus, for creativity, for tapping into different energy currents that you want to work with, for clearing space so that you can call in the thing that you're wanting to manifest. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about what clearing energy is, why do it, and also how to do it. Hey there, I'm Ana Davila. I'm a purpose mentor, breathwork facilitator, and a shadow work specialist. Consider liking and subscribing for tips and practices on developing your intuition, your power, your magic, and also stepping into your soul mission. What is clearing energy? The true definition of clearing energy is removing or eliminating energy that is currently in a specific space. When you tune into that definition, into that truth, you become aware that that doesn't necessarily mean that you're just removing negative energy or hexes or blocks or curses. Now, yes, you can absolutely do that with clearing practices. And if you want me to make a video specifically on that, let me know. But I just want to bring awareness that clearing energy can also be for things like focus, creativity, and creating space for what you want to call in. Let's use a very simple, tangible example. Let's say you have a bedroom and it is full of things. There is a nightstand and there's a bed and there's a bookshelf and there's a closet with a whole bunch of clothes for every single season. Let's say there's packed jam stuff in this bedroom. Clearing energy would mean taking some of that stuff out. Why would you want to take some stuff out? One, maybe there's too much clutter and you actually want an entire new wardrobe. In order to bring in a new wardrobe into your bedroom, into your closet, you need to remove some of the wardrobe that's there because it doesn't fit. Another reason why you would want to clear energy, and in this case, things from your bedroom, is because maybe you have a picture with someone that possibly is no longer in your life. Maybe you stepped away from because that was a toxic relationship. Maybe whatever it is, but you don't want memories of that person, right? Because every time you see it, it reminds you of that and it hasn't allowed you to move on. That would be a reason to remove that picture from your bedroom. Same thing with energy. It is not just removing things that are harmful, which absolutely you would do that. Sometimes you remove things from your bedroom because you want a fresh start. You want a clean, plain canvas to start over. You can start fresh in any moment of your life by clearing energy. So let's talk about reasons to clear energy. The ones that are very well known, like I mentioned, are things like removing blocks, hexes, curses, things like that, right? Removing certain spirits. Let's talk about the more day-to-day thing that you can use clearing energy for. You can do it for focus. The same way that people will declutter their desktop from all the stuff that we can accumulate in our downloads folder or in our desktop or even in our desk, it can distract you. When you have a lot of different things in your space, whether that is your mind space, your body, your energy field, or your physical space, it is a distraction. It can distract you and pull your energy into different directions when you're really just trying to stay focused, when you're wanting to be intentional. So clearing energy can support focus. If you struggle with doing the thing that you say you're going to do and you end up getting distracted by all these different things, clearing energy is going to support you in being able to stay on task, to stay aligned with the actual thing that you want. Productivity is something that clearing energy can really help you do. There are so many productivity tactics out there and apps and strategies and software and all these things. And I love the idea of being productive. But the truth is that energy comes first. First, I address energy and then I address tangible. If I have not been productive and I'm choosing to be productive, the version of me that is not productive gets to get cleared out. I get to create space for this new version of me to step into, to step up and take charge of your life. Clearing energy is really helpful for manifestation. Again, when you're wanting something, we all want stuff, right? Everyone wants something, but not everyone's willing to let go of the thing that's not giving room for that manifestation to come in. Maybe letting go of a bad habit, maybe letting go of an old project, maybe letting go of a person that is continuing to distract you from doing the thing that you actually want to do. So clearing energy can support creating this beautiful space for that thing to come in so that you can be laser focused and continuing to call it into your life. Now, really quickly, the way I see energy is not good or bad. It is just in alignment with what you want right now or not in alignment. And when you see energy this way, you understand that you would benefit from clearing energy any time that you're about to do a working. Let's say you're going to do a small ritual for the new moon. And that way you are seeding your intention of the thing that you're wanting to birth. You want to utilize and be supported by the energy of the new moon, whatever sign that is, and do your working, right? If you just did a working on removing a specific block or completely transmuting and releasing something that is not serving you, the energy of releasing is different than the energy of seeding. And so because those energies are different, clearing the energy is going to create the environment that is most fertile for the thing that you want. And so it's not just clearing negative energy, it's clearing energy that is not in alignment with the thing that you're working on right now. Let's talk about how to clear energy. There are so many ways of clearing energy. And I do not want to make this video too long, but I'm going to go through a few because depending on what your intuition says, you're going to follow that. But also, depending on where you are, you're going to follow that. There are so many different ways of clearing energy. And when you know all of them and you practice all of them, then you can just use the one that's going to be the most convenient, the one that feels the most aligned, the one that you have access to in that moment. Let's talk about using sound to clear energy. Sound is really powerful. There are even some theories that sound was the beginning of the universe, that sound was the first thing that was created. And there are so many different sounds that can support you in clearing energy. The go-to that I have is something called solfeggio frequencies. And if you don't know what that is, you can Google, YouTube it, but it's different music frequencies that hold the energy of different things. You can find solfeggio frequencies on clearing energy. You can find solfeggio frequencies on activating your third eye. You can find solfeggio frequencies on releasing different experiences that are not serving you, on releasing limiting beliefs, on so many different things. And so sometimes my go-to is just solfeggio frequencies, clear energy. There's so many playlists that are free that you can find on YouTube here, that you can find on Spotify, and you can also Google as well. A little quick tip: if you've done breathwork before and you love breathwork, try doing breathwork with solfeggio frequencies for the specific thing that you're leaning into or that you're setting an intention for. Yeah, sometimes it can be really intense, but it's really, really powerful. Another way you can clear energy with sound is using chimes. You can use a bell. Old school ways, and even probably some people still do it, is just hitting pots, making a sound intentionally and utilizing that sound to clear the energy, because intention is really, really important. Smoke cleanse. I think this is one of the most popular ones. And this is something that I do invite you to do a little bit of research to make sure that you're not practicing cultural appropriation and that you're also not using plants that are currently endangered because things became trendy and everyone wants to use it. Things like sage and Palo Santo, plants are sacred, and there's some plants that we've been abusing. For me, it's really important to be aware of what's going on in the world and then make choices that are supportive, not just for me, but for the planet, for the earth, for the plants that are here to support us. Do some research of different plants that you can work with to clear energy. I've worked with pine, with rose petals. You can burn a little bit of the rose petals, lavender. You can use cedar. You can use so many different plants, and you can look up the properties and see which is the one that's aligned with the intention that you want. Candle magic. I love candle magic so much. I've actually created a whole video on that. So if you want to check that out, you can definitely watch it after this. But candle magic is a really awesome way to clear energy. You can have a candle that's dedicated to clearing energy, or it can be a one-time working at a time, where maybe you get a tea light candle and you embed it with the energy of clearing. You set the intention, and if you want to dress a candle, you can do that, and then you light it, you let it burn, and it's clearing energy. Or you can have a candle that's continuously clearing energy anytime you turn it on. So it could be a big pillar candle that you've already charged it. Maybe you've created a sigil of clearing and protection. And if you want to learn more about sigils, I also made a video about that. And anytime you light it, maybe you light it once a day, before the end of the day, or as soon as you walk into the house, or however you want to work that into your day-to-day, it clears energy. Sigil magic. Sigil magic alone can be really powerful for clearing. You can have a specific sigil that every single time that you draw it, it clears energy. Or every single time you draw it and burn it, it clears energy. You can also have a sigil at the entry of your home, which I love this idea, and I've done this working and it's so powerful, where anyone that walks through, including yourself and the people that live there, whoever walks through, the energy gets cleared for what is in alignment for this household. So that's something that's really powerful that you can do. And it's something that you do once, and then you can recharge it maybe once a month, or, once a quarter, whatever feels good to you. And then lastly, and the one that I find that it's the least utilized, but really is the one that's the most accessible, is visualization. And doing visualization to clear energy is actually a way to practice your skills of energy work, of tuning into your power and magic. And at the beginning of your journey of using visualization to clear energy, you may not feel much. And I think this is why people don't do it often, because they'll try it a few times and they don't feel really like a difference. They don't feel anything happening during, and they think, well, maybe it's just my imagination. Like, I don't know what's going on. This doesn't work. Let me move on to something else. That's a quick way to outsource your power. And instead, what I invite you to do is to still practice clearing energy and working with energy through visualization. And if it feels like it's not enough, you can utilize one of the other options that I gave to support. But if you continue to practice, you're going to get better. It's a skill, and a skill is something that you develop. There's this idea out there that only some are gifted when it comes to energy work. And yes, there are some people that maybe energy work comes quicker or easier for them, but I believe that everyone has that ability, and it's just about developing that skill, and that takes practice. But keep doing the visualization, because if you're in a pinch and you need to clear that energy and you're at a random place and you don't have your bell or your solfeggio frequencies or whatever it is, you can just do visualization, and that's going to be really powerful. With this new perspective of clearing energy, where in your life would it be beneficial to introduce this practice? Does your computer need some clearing? Does your phone need some clearing? Does your bedroom, your living room, your kitchen, does your journal need some clearing? Does your altar, does your place of work? Let me know in the comments if this was something helpful or useful at all. And also don't forget to like and subscribe and put the notification so that you don't miss out on more videos like this. And it also really helps grow the channel. Also, if there's a particular way that you clear energy that has been really supportive to you, please put it in the comments so that we can all learn from that and try it, so that we have this amazing, huge toolbox of different practices and tools to clear energy that's going to support us during our journey. Thank you so much for being here. I love you, and I will see you on the next one.